Hey everyone, this is Angie Norris. Welcome in to Angie's Adventures, Angie's Book Adventures. I'm not sure where I'm going to post this video, but I'm doing a vlog this weekend, book and life. Today is Wednesday, June 18th, and tomorrow is a federal holiday. It's Juneteenth. And so the Veterans Administration is closed, and so therefore my husband's office is closed. And so we're going to take off Friday. And we're leaving in just a few minutes, within 30 to 45 minutes, and we're headed to the beach for a long 4-day weekend. So I'm gonna do a vlog of what we've got going on this weekend, and the first thing that I'm gonna do is take a shot. This is my cholesterol medication. I have avoided taking statins for years. I have high cholesterol. It is a family trait. I lost 42 pounds and my cholesterol went up. So without putting me on a statin, my doctor told me there was a newer medication out that is in an injectable form. And I take it every 2 weeks. And it has lowered my cholesterol over 100 points. Yeah. So I take it every 2 weeks, and I take it every 2 weeks on a Wednesday. I usually take it about 7 o'clock in the evening. But since I got to leave today and you have to keep it refrigerated, I'm going to take it before I leave. So let me take it. I would show you, but I have to rotate where I take it. And this time it's on my right thigh. So I got to drop my pants because I got on capri pants. And I don't think you want to see that. So come back in just a second. Okay, friends, we're loaded up and headed to the beach, and the first stop, we're at a Sheetz. I made that rhyme. We're gassing up. Okay, we have made it to the camper, and last month we won Site of the Month. We had done some work on our camper. Well, on the outside. We had had our deck pressure washed and stained, and then we had planted this flower bed. We had the flower bed around the tree already, but this is all new right here that we did. And it has really filled out. The petunias are growing well. The hibiscus are not blooming right this minute. Well, there's one bloom on that one. But yeah, so we're at the camper. I'm just now starting to hadn't even got the covers off the chairs yet, but we're going to be here for the next 4 days. We have arrived for a 4-day weekend. Okay, this is our home away from home for the next 4 days. Okay, today is Thursday, June 19th, and we are at the beach, and I am sitting out on our deck. I am in the shade right now, so the temperature is very nice, but it is supposed to get hotter and windier today. So we're doing a life vlog and a reading vlog. So this is currently what I'm reading. I am actually reading 2 books. I am reading a historical fiction book called Dragonfly by Leila Meacham. I have the physical book, but I'm actually have this one checked out on Libby as an audio book. So I'm doing a audio book sometimes when I'm driving or walking around the house doing chores, but if I have a minute to sit down, I'm doing a tandem read with it. And that's a cute little bookmark that I got from Saged Out Creations Etsy shop. And then the physical book, I'm reading this one only in physical book, is Karen, A Brother Remembers by Kelsey Grammer. This is a memoir of his life and his sister's life. She was murdered in 1975. So that's what I'm reading this weekend. Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Angie with Angie's Book Adventures, or just Angie's Adventures, and today is Saturday, June 21st, and I'm doing a life and reading vlog. We are at the beach, and when I did the first part of the reading part on Thursday, June 19th, I was reading both of these books. Well, I actually finished this one. So I had the physical book. I had it on Libby, on my Libby app, on the audio book. And sometimes I would listen to it on audio, and sometimes I would do a tandem read. So I finished this one yesterday, and this one was a chunky one. It was like 559 pages. This is a historical fiction. It's the first book I have read by this author, Leila Meacham, and it is set in World War II, and it is about 5 young people who are recruited by OSS, the Office of Secret Services, in 1942. They're all 5 of them are the same age. They're 22 years old, and they are recruited and trained to be American spies in France during World War II. And this was a good book. Like I said, I've never read anything by this author. And, you know, if you give half stars, I would probably give it a 4.5. The only reason that I would not give it a 5-star is because the book was extremely long. And if you look in the front of the book, so these are your cast of characters. So these are your 5 spies. They had OSS code names. Then they had their real names, their spy name, what they worked under. And then this was their case officer, Alistair Renault. And then you had the Germans, and then you had the French people who were their cover, people or whatever that helped them in their operations in France. And there were all of these German military organizations. There were just a lot of people, a lot of characters in this book. And in fact, on the audio book part of it, I bet you there were 10 narrators. I'd have to go back and Google that, but there were a lot of narrators. There was a narrator for each character. So it was just crazy. It was a lot to keep up with, and sometimes I would get confused about which spy they were talking about. But overall, the book was extremely good, and I would recommend reading it. I gave it a 4 or a 4.5 if you're one of those people. I don't usually give half stars out, but it's a little better than a 4. So I did finish that one. This one I was reading when I came to the beach, and I'm still reading it. I am a little further along, a little over halfway. This book is a nonfiction. It is a memoir, and it was written by Kelsey Grammer, the actor, and it's in reference to his sister who was murdered in 1975. So we're coming up. She was murdered on July 1st. So today's June 21st. So we're coming up on the 50-year anniversary of her death. And this book was released in May. This book is good. However, it is, the first 75 to 100 pages of it, I flew through. It felt like I was sitting down at Kelsey Grammer's kitchen table and he was telling me a story. The book has slowed down for me. I'm still hoping it finishes strong, but there really aren't chapters in this book. I mean, there aren't. There are no, I think there was one at the very beginning, and then he tells you as he's writing the book that he doesn't think he's going to do chapters. he has a break on the page every once in a while, like there you'll have a little space between paragraphs, and he'll shift gears a little bit. But the book right now for me, I'm on this page 228. I'm about halfway through, a little over halfway through, and it has really slowed down. I hope it picks up. The past 100 pages or so, he has tended to ramble a lot. And, you know, I'm the pot calling the kettle black because I do that a lot myself. But it has slowed down. But I am going to finish it because I am over halfway. But I did bring another physical book with me to start on since I finished Dragonfly. And that is The Sirens by Emilia Hart. And this one was, I believe this one was published this year too. I think, I can't remember. I know someone gave it to me for my birthday. Yes, 2025. It was a new release this year. So, yeah, I am excited. This is a little bit change of pace. So, historical fiction, nonfiction. And I also started reading another audiobook this morning, which is one that I have had on hold. And it came available earlier in the week, or maybe even the end of last week. And it was only a 14-day loan. So I only have 7 days left on the checkout on the Libby app. So I have got to get going on it. It's a 15-hour audiobook. And it is a book by Kristen Hanna called The Great Alone. And I've heard mixed reviews on that one. I've heard some people that loved it and some people that DNF'd it and did not like it. So I'm going to at least read 10% of the book. And if I don't like it, I'm going to DNF it. But this is the next physical book that I'm going to start reading. And I think, actually, since this was gifted to me, I think I may annotate this book. Anyway, so that's what I've been reading at the beach the past couple of days. Like I said, I finished that one yesterday at the pool. Well, actually, I almost finished it at the pool. Then I came back to the camper and finished it. I read this a little bit on the beach today, and I'm going to start this one tonight. So drop a comment below and let me know what you guys are reading. This is dusk at the beach. Do y'all hear the cicadas? My little bird is glowing in the dark. Getting ready to pack it up for the night. I was sitting out here reading, but it's gotten so dusky I can't read right now. Gotta go inside. My little door hanger and my flag match. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Hey everyone, it's Angie with Angie's Book Adventures, and I am going to wrap up my 4-day weekend reading and life vlog. So I started, it's actually more than 4 days. I started Wednesday afternoon, June 18th, before we left to go to the beach for a long 4-day weekend. And today's Monday, June 23rd. So I guess technically this is a 6-day vlog. But I'm wrapping it up and letting you know that we're home from the beach. And just to wrap up what I did read, I did finish Dragonfly, which I told you that on Saturday. And I am still reading the Kelsey Grammer memoir book of his life and his sister's life. This one started out with a bang for me, but it is really, to me, it's dragging right now. I'm on page 288, and I think there are 379 pages in it. So there's my bookmark. I'm about 3/4 of the way through, maybe 100 pages or less to go. And I'm going to finish it. It's had some great parts, but then it's had some parts that are really dragging. And then I think I told you that I was going to start an audio book because I only have so many days to listen to it. So that is The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I did not have this book at the beach with me, but I knew that I had it here, that I had a paperback copy of it. So I am doing a little bit of tandem reading as well. So listening to it on audiobook, and then when I can sit down in my recliner, I'll do the physical read. And I also did start this one at the beach on Saturday night, The Sirens. I'm 2 chapters in. So that is what I am still reading as of Monday, June the 23rd. Thanks for hanging out with me on my reading and life vlog this weekend. I hope you guys had a great weekend. And if you're not already a subscriber, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel and hit the bell, ring the bell, so that you'll be uploaded when you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Y'all have a good day. Bye.